But the thing we can take away from Minnesota is that you have to make the trade at the right time. Anthony Edwards was 20 years old when they made that move, and you acquired a 30-year-old center. They could have strung up the momentum from last year, plus Walker Kessler and their existing roster, and Kyle Anderson, and won more games this year, even with Cat being hurt, than last season. Last year they won 46. This year they get 42. And you made this, not only the big-time move, you sacrificed most of your assets and you're spending capital, and the rest here was exactly what's happened this season. You've been better without Rudy. And the playoffs, he's going to bring elite rim protection, but what else? All Rudy Gobert brings is elite rim protection. That is the only thing. That is worth $10 million. 15.
Yeah.
He can't catch lobs. He actually can. He just can't catch a ball below his waist. So he's got no offensive game. And then defensively, he doesn't switch.
Yeah. You can grab rebounds.
He can, but he bobbles every single offensive rebound he gets, and if he gets fouled, he's going to go 1 or 2 with the foul.
He's a clumsy 7-footer.
I'll give you that, Brandon. You know what? He's an elite rim protector and a really good rebounder.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not too late for Minnesota to right their wrongs and in the offseason just kind of do what we've seen teams in the NFL do after 1 year of a mistake, their little Josh Rosen, and make the move and move on, because you still have a young core. You still have Cat, who you paid boatloads of money for, and then you still have the Ant-Man there, who's so young. It's never too late for this Timberwolves team. They have such an open window as long as Anthony Edwards is there. I mean, you know, it starts to close the closer he comes to free agency, and if you can't pay the guy and he wants to be out, but you got to make the star happy. I think if Rudy Gobert is really the reason why the Timberwolves have regressed as much as they have, then you have to back up the truck and get him out of there.
It's crazy how we just spent 15 minutes on Rudy. We even mentioned the part where Jaden McDaniels going to halftime gets so frustrated he punches what seemed like a bed sheet. It turned out to be a wall. He breaks his hand. Now he can't even play in this playing tournament versus the Lakers. So you're down 2 starters. Your 2 best defenders on a top 10 D. I think for Minnesota, you have 2 elite wings in the making. McDaniels is going to be special. I think he's already first team all defense this season. There's a lot of great forwards. That's insane. He's been phenomenal. After that, the front office has to dig themselves out of a deep hole, because the fact you won 42 games, I don't care if Cat was hurt. If Cat was healthy this year, I don't think they win much more games, because when he was out, Anthony Edwards took a massive step forward and led them to pretty huge moments. And actually, him getting hurt helped Anthony develop. So it's ground zero. This is big time for Minnesota. It's not, oh, you have next year. We'll have some time to get ready to gel. I thought that at first until I realized, oh, wait, his teammates actually don't like him here as well, not just in Utah. So it's harder to see this Timberwolves team taking the jump the Jazz did 2 years ago in 2021. I just think you have to find a team like Dallas, and that's the ultimate partner here. The Mavericks don't have a starting center, but they do have a top 10 pick. Could Rudy Gobert be sent to Dallas for a top 10 pick and a couple of movable contracts that may not be quite good players, but it gives you the autonomy to make mid-level moves? I think that is where we're going to see Rudy Gobert move in the offseason, because Minnesota has to right their wrongs and pick a damn center. And if I'm picking one of the 2, I'd much rather have Karl-Anthony Towns.
That's what I said. I called it months ago. I said Dallas would be a great spot for Rudy Gobert.
Well, Dallas is in their own mess right now.
They are in their own mess.
They solved half of their mess by getting in.
Well, maybe they need you know what? Maybe they just need a nice guy like Rudy Gobert in that locker room.
A nice guy.
Yeah, and that trade will look like Tim Hardaway Jr.'s got 3 more deals, 2 more years after this year. Tim Hardaway's $19 million. Jeez, Davis Bertans 16. That'll get you to 33. We pair up those 2 contracts with JaVale McGee's $5 million. We throw in a top 10 pick, assuming they keep that. There's a 90% chance they do. And there you go. The Timberwolves can get a top 10 pick and a couple of movable contracts for Rudy Gobert. Yeah, it's not worth the value you gave up a year ago. But if your players truly don't like Gobert, multiple. We've seen this in Utah, Donovan Mitchell, and he's not going to get the respect of his teammates. That's what it really comes down to. Players don't respect Gobert. Yeah, it's going to be hard to see this just gelling when there's already on-court concerns.